Hi everyone. In this session, we will discuss about pattern classifier, introduction and Bayes classifier. So first of all, we will see the introduction of pattern classifier. First of all, what is a pattern? A pattern can either be seen physically or it can be observed mathematically by applying some algorithms. For example, the color on the cloths, speech pattern, or biometric identification or prediction, weather prediction, like that. So it is nothing but it may be seen physically or it may be observed mathematically. Okay. So now we will see. So what is a pattern classifier? A pattern classifier is nothing but, so it can be defined based on the knowledge already gained or based upon the statistical information extracted from the given data. Okay, so here the pattern classifier involves predicting which class an item belongs to. Suppose first of all, if we want to make the prediction, initially what we do is, first we will train. So if we have a data set, 80% of the data set is used for training purpose and 20% is for testing purpose. Okay, if we test that 20% after training the 80%, then if we test to know if it is working, then when we test we will come to know the accuracy, how accurate it is working. Okay, thereby there were different so for performing that operation there were different classification algorithms were there. Okay, so here what the author is telling is the classification can be done in binary mode, means the result will be having only two decisions, either it is yes or no, or it is represented with 1 or 0. 1 indicates yes, 0 indicates no, or yes or no. For example, in a class of students, the entire class of students can be separated into two classes. One as class girls, another one is boys class. Girls class is 1, boys class is 1. Okay, suppose what the author is telling is there might be some situations or there might be some data sets where we are supposed to divide, or where we are supposed to categorize them more than two, means by using several categories. For example, if you get your results there, no, by using binary mode we can categorize them with pass and fail. Only two options, one is pass and the other is fail. Only two results, the result is either pass or fail. But deeply if you go, no, so the same result can be categorized as fail. If you get less than 40%, it is fail. 40 to 50%, it is pass class. 50 to 60%, it is second class. 60 to 70%, it is first class. And 70 above, it is distinction. See here, we have different different categories were there. Fail, pass class, second class, first class, distinction. Like that we have different modes were there, different categories were there. So here what the author is telling is, here what we can do is, for example, if you consider the best example is if you consider the biometric machine. So here there are a number of examples. If you take the biometric machine, so when you keep your finger inside the biometric, it is able to recognize you. How? First, initially we are storing our data inside that machine. Okay, and then we are testing it, right? And so internally it was written some program like 70% or 75% of the threshold is or if it matches 75% or 80% or 85%, if it matches, it has to recognize that particular person. Otherwise it should not recognize. That's the reason when you keep your biometric, no, suppose if you have colored your fingers with mehendi, okay, at the time, no, it will fail to recognize you. Okay, suppose if any injury takes place, at the time also it will fail to identify you. Okay, so nowadays, no, we are keeping face recognition to our mobile phones. Even we are keeping lock, face recognition as the lock to our mobile phones. Okay, so if some other person keeps, I mean, so otherwise, if you have gone to a beauty parlor and if you are undergone makeup, and at that time also it may fail to recognize you. Your mobile phone may fail to recognize you, right? So those were different examples for pattern classification. Okay, so here what we are doing is we are going to classify the input. Whatever the input is given, we are going to classify. For example, if you take a data set as an example, a heart data set, if you take an example, okay, it is going to classify. When we give the input, it is going to classify whether that person is having heart disease or not. It is represented, the result is represented with yes or no. Yes means that person is having some heart related problems. No means he is not having any heart related problems. Sometimes the resultant vector is represented with 1 and 0. 1 indicates he is suffering from heart related disease. 0 indicates he is not suffering from any heart related disease. Okay, so that is the example for heart related data set. Okay, like that. So like that, if we give the inputs, sometimes if we give the inputs that the patient is suffering from fever and like that, and his blood test reports are so and so, like that, if we give the inputs, so it should be in a position to classify the disease. Yes, if the patient is suffering from so and so xyz inputs, then he might be suffering from so and so disease. Like that, it has to classify. Okay, so here we have different classification algorithms were there, out of which some of them were logistic regression. It is a binary classifier, whereas a decision tree, random forest, knn, k nearest neighbor, navi based classifier, svm, support vector machine, all these are multi-class classifiers. Multi classifiers. Okay, next we'll go with Bayesian classifier. Bayesian classifier. So what is a Bayesian classifier? Actually, the Bayesian network is very useful to classify the features of any data set. Okay, right? The Bayesian classifier is a collection of is a collection of classification algorithms based on Bayes theorem. What the author is trying to tell is the Bayesian classifier works purely based on the Bayes theorem. Okay, and the author is telling that the Navi Bayes, this Bayes classifier can also be called as Navi Bayes. The Navi Bayes is not a single algorithm, but it's a family of algorithms where all of them share a common principle. That is nothing but every pair of features being classified are independent to each other. Okay, so here there are two advantages, or we can also call them as two main features are there for Bayesian classifier. They are nothing but, the first one is they are conditionally independent. And second one is, so all the features, they contribute equally to get the outcome. Okay, these two are very good, are very important features. There are some advantages of Navi Bayes classifier or Bayes classifier. Actually, the Bayes classifier is not only a simple approach. Okay, it is very simple. At the same time, it is fast and accurate in predicting. Okay, it is very fast and accurate in predicting. Okay, that is the first advantage. Coming to the second advantage, Navi Bayes computation cost is very low. Okay, at the same time, the Navi Bayes classifier works efficiently even on large data sets also. The data set which is having number of instances. Okay, if the instances are 1000 in number or in thousands, so even though if you give a large data set, it works efficiently. Okay, that's what the author is trying to tell. Okay, and another one is the Navi Bayes algorithm can be used with multiple class prediction problems. Okay, and one more advantage is the Navi Bayes algorithm performs well in case of text analytic problems. And the main disadvantage is it is very sensitive. the main disadvantage of Navi based algorithm is it is very sensitive. That's what the author is telling. It is very sensitive. And coming to one more disadvantage is, suppose if the inputs were not categorized properly, or if the inputs were overlapped one on the other, in that case the accuracy will be poor. In that case the accuracy will be poor. That's what the author is telling, right? Okay. And coming to the Bayes theorem. Bayes theorem is nothing but it finds the probability of an event occurring given the probability of another event that has already occurred. Okay, what is the probability of occurring X event? Okay, already we have already given the probability of occurring Y event. Okay, based upon that, so it will predict what is the probability of executing that. Okay, the Bayes theorem is stated mathematically as we have a formula P of A by B, probability of A by B equal to probability of B by A into probability of A by probability of B. Okay, so that is the formula for Bayes theorem. Okay, see here, for example, if we give some inputs, suppose if you want to, suppose you have to check tomorrow, can we play the golf game, or can we play the cricket game, or can we play the shuttle game, like that. If you have any plans, so we will check the outside conditions. Suppose we have the inputs like the outlook is rainy, whereas the temperature is hot, humidity is high, whereas wind, there is heavy wind. And if these four are the inputs, then what could be the prediction? We could predict the output as, so there won't be any play. Why? Because it is rainy, there is no wind, it is hot, but it is rainy. So we will predict that there could not be the play cannot happen, or the play could not take place because of those inputs. Suppose another input is there. Suppose it is sunny, outlook sunny, temperature mild, humidity is high, wind, no wind, there is no wind. In such situation, see, there is no wind, and the outlook is not rainy, it is sunny. So in that situation we can predict that yes, tomorrow the play could be possible. Yes or no? So based upon your performance we can expect something. Yes, so based upon your performance we could expect 8 CGPA from so and so student in this semester. Okay, based upon the way you have prepared, based upon the way you have attended the class, based upon the quality of the question paper, by keeping in view of all these, we can predict your percentage. Okay,